This episode is brought to you by Santos Threads. Make sure to visit Santos-Threads for the latest and greatest in men's and women's Latino urban-inspired streetwear. Visit SANTOS-THREADS.com. You are now listening to the Santos Says podcast, episode number 26. Once again, back at you, Santos, flying solo on here. Man, time goes by when you're having fun. Once again, I promise you guys, I'm going to have more guests. I promise. Right now, you know how it is. It gets a little crazy around this time of the year. So we got some stuff lined up, some real special things lined up. So I'm really glad. I'm happy to be here with you once more. Episode number 26, flying solo. Promise you guys, we got some really great content, great guests to come. But on this episode, we're going to have some fun. But we're here. I'm going to get back to the bread and butter. We're talking about hip-hop on this episode. On this episode, I am going to talk about the instances where, well, I guess the instances when hip-hop tried to trick us. What do I mean? I'm going to explain. I'm going to get into the instances when hip-hop tried to trick us in that everybody understands that hip-hop. Wait. Before we get into this, okay, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Santos Thread Shop, and also follow me on TikTok. I don't post a ton on TikTok, but I am there, so check your boy out. Check me out. I'm there. Santos Thread Shop. Also, special shout out to everybody also on the YouTube, watching the YouTube channel, the Santos Says podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube. And of course, if you're listening to the audio version on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Amazon, and what is the other one? Whatever it's called. Amazon, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, and away we go. So here we go. So everybody knows that hip-hop is a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? This is not a secret. As a matter of fact, hip-hop has become, I would venture to say that hip-hop has become the new pop, if you will, right? Hip-hop is pop right at this point. It's the most popular thing going, as far as the genres go. And so with that being said, there's constant pressure to try to find the next big thing, the next big superstar, the next big trend, the next big, whatever it may be, musically, especially because music, the hip hop artists are the movers and the shakers in this game. Let's be honest. Let's be clear here. The rappers are the ones who move the needles. They move the trends. They sell the merch. They sponsor, they do sponsorships with companies, etc. So they're the movers and shakers. They're the big influencers. So with that being said, as we've seen throughout the years, that what I'm going to talk about on this episode is the times that hip-hop tries to trick us and they brought out rapper replicas. So on this episode, I am going to talk about the times where the industry tried to fool us with those pressures, with trying to find the next big thing, right? They literally try to give us and repackage rappers to sound like another one that we've heard before. So that's what I'm going to talk about on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to roll out some video clips. Now, just to be clear, I want to cover all bases and protect everything. Protect this content and protect everything in general. To cover our bases, I just want to preface this by saying that whatever video clips and audio that we play, we do not own the rights to, but we are going to present them for teaching purposes. This is for teaching purposes only. Presentation, preview, and teaching purposes only. We do not own the rights to any of these songs that we're going to play today or any of these artists' music videos, catalogs, etc. This is only for learning and teaching and comparison purposes only. So I just want to make that clear, okay? Because we are going to show this on YouTube as well. So we need to be clear on that. So with that out the way, how many of us remember the late great legends that left us in this game, right? The legendary Notorious B.I.G, the late great Tupac Shakur, Or how about Mace? Remember when we had Mace? Remember Mace? I will come up with, how about Jay-Z? Who doesn't know Jay-Z, right? These are all people who we're going to talk about. I'm going to bring up these artists now because what we don't realize, right? A lot of times, us as people, most of the time, we are consumers. The average person is a consumer. So we're always thinking, oh, like think about it this way, right? In a nutshell, we see an artist, right? We see an artist who we like their music, the artist who we saw first, right? Or the artist who changed the game. Like I had mentioned, B.I.G. or Tupac, right? We see those artists. Then all of a sudden another artist comes out who may sound and or look like them. Sound or look like them, right? And or have a similar style, rhyming style, etc., right? We may think, right, our first inclination may be, oh, well, this guy is trying to be like that guy, which could be the case sometimes. But I'm here to mention what I'm going to talk about is like the industry side. What I mean by that is the business from the business side. See, as I mentioned, which is no secret, hip hop is a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? So what I'm going to get into on this is I'm going to show you guys these rappers who basically were repackaged to sound like other rappers we heard. So I mentioned Tupac and Biggie. There were several versions of Tupac and Biggie. I have evidence here that the industry tried to recreate Tupac and Biggie on multiple occasions. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show that evidence and I'm going to show you guys. Now, again, the content I'm going to show is for teaching purposes, presentation purposes. So here we go. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to present different MCs, different rappers who were kind of like packaged to, which I know it has to be the industry, were packaged to sound like previously released rappers or artists, iconic artists and rappers, because they were looking for the next great thing. So I'm going to get into that. Let's start first on my list. We'll start with the smaller ones, and then we'll go up the chain, if you would, right? Let's start here. In the early 2000s, there was an artist who came out who was signed to Diddy, Bad Boy Records, in the early 2000s. His name was Loon. A lot of people remember Loon. Loon made a lot of hits. Not a lot of hits, but he was on some hits. And so Loon was a guy who, had a striking resemblance to another artist that you guys might remember from the past. Is it a coincidence? I mean, you guys might remember Mace as well from the 90s. Mace was also signed to Diddy and Bad Boy Records, right? So isn't that funny how Mace and Bad Boy Records with Diddy also had another artist that was similar on Bad Boy Records named Loon. There was an artist in the early 2000s named Loon who sounded a lot like an artist from the 90s who was also on Bad Boy Records and Diddy named Mace. You guys might remember Mace, right? Oh, yeah, Mace. I mean, come on. Who doesn't remember Mace, right? Well, we're going to take a look at this and see. Now, am I crazy here or what? Let's see. We're going to find out. Am I crazy or am I, whatever, right? Am I crazy or do I have a point? We're going to find out. We're going to get into that. And, that's what I want to do. I want to get into this, and I really want to share this with you guys because it's going to be interesting. I want you guys to see how the industry does this. This is like a thing that happens a lot. And so I really, really want to show you guys this, and it's going to be good, man. Like, okay, so this is what it's going to be. We're going to play. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to share. Hold on. I don't want to get into this yet. I'm going to play. Okay. I'm going to play Loon's music video. I will share my screen. If you're watching on YouTube, follow along. I'm going to play Loon's music video. This was back in the early 2000s. Loon featuring Mario Winans' Down For Me official music video. I'm going to play this. Okay. I'm going to play a little bit of this. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm going to play a snippet. All right. So this is for teaching purposes. All right. So I'm going to show this right now. Let me share my screen. Here we go. So let's do this. Screen share. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's play it. Here we go.
Yo, ebony complexion came in my direction. Eyes made connection, body was perfection. And got a smile that'll light your life up. She make a thug with the up. Definitely a type of chick you wife up. Tennis skirt and niked up, throwing the bike up. 1100 Ducati ain't as fine as a body. Don't believe me, should have been at the party. You can tell working out as a hobby. The way was at, you would
right? So that was Loon. That was from that song. What was it? Down for Me. That was Loon. So that was that, right? That was Loon. Also on Bad Boy Records, just like Mace. Now, does he sound like Mace? Let's see. Let's get into this real quick. Let's do it. Let's see. Hold on a second. All right. Here we go. You be the judge.
Party people in the place to be. It's about that time for us to.
Yeah, what you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, rock jewel, pick a truck, piece all glittered up, stick a kid, make a what? Jig with a cut, sip Chris, spit it up. Hold rock, get your nut till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man boom. I done hit everything from Cancun to Grand Tune. Why you stand on the wall, hand on your balls, lighting up drugs, always fighting in the club. I'm the reason they made the dress code. They figure out what and why when I'm in my fresh clothes. Dresses, I suppose, from my neck to my toes. Neck full of gold, baguettes in my rolls. Rec shows, collect those extra O's.
What do you guys think? Is it a coincidence or was it planned? Well, you be the judge of that. Mace and Loon. That's the comparison right there. Basically, Diddy was trying to find a new Mace, and that was what he did. And so he ran with that, and he had some success, and then he just faded into oblivion. So here we go. Let's go to our next example. I want to go to another example right here, actually. Jay-Z. This rapper happens to still be living, but we're going to go to another example right now, Jay-Z, because Jay-Z has had a lot of clones over the years. I got to be honest with you. Like, there's more than the ones I'm going to list right here, but there was a time where there was somebody who came out. If you're from New York, you might know him. His name was Angelus. And Angelus came out and sounded exactly like Jay-Z. Like, basically, it sounded like they were trying to find another Jay-Z. And so he doesn't really fit as far as image. Like, Mace and Loon had the same image too. Like, the image was similar, like the pretty boy, smooth rapper and stuff, and the voices were similar. With Jay-Z, I don't know if they necessarily try to get the image down, but the voice was impeccable. Sounded just like Jay-Z for sure. And so I'm gonna play. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play you guys Angelus, and you guys let me know if Angelus and Jay-Z, if they sound alike, if they were trying to find another Jay-Z. Let me know if that's what the industry was trying to do. Were they trying to find another Jay-Z? We'll see. All right, so let's do it. I'm gonna share this. I am going to share this video clip right here for the purposes of teaching. I'm going to show this, and you guys can hear this. So here we go. Let's do it. Angelus. Does he sound like Jay-Z? Or did he sound like Jay-Z? Let's see.
Angelus this, Angelus that. Angelus sound like this, sound like that. Yo, on my dick or something, man. Fuck it. Yo, let's do this. Woo! Hey, I talk, man. Had enough of it, though. You know what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want now. Don't be scared from it. Just open up your ears. Right? I know what's enough, baby. niggas ready for this. Yeah, talk about your boy Ainge. Try to leave it alone, but they driving me to blow now. That just started. Me, the party, me, the dog, me. I deserve 5 for my.
Hold on, come on, bro. I didn't even know. I haven't heard this song. The guy's, come on. He's even rapping on a Jay-Z beat. Like, you rapping on the Jay-Z beat, bro, and you even doing like those little pauses. Come on. All right, let's play it.
Mics for everything I drop in return. I'm not nice. I locked down rap that a nigga earned the stripes. While MCs was falling, I took verses for fight. While y'all niggas was chilling, I put worth in the price. You got what you paid for. Every verse was tight, but still wasn't enough. It's like I had to beat Jay in every word that he touched. Yep. You're pissing me off. Don't do that. You don't wanna go through that. Holmes, I'm your honor. Remember, Ainge is your father. What you have is the end of days upon you.
Bro, it's impeccable. Like that. That's a real close Jay-Z impersonation. Like, I don't know if it's all him or the industry, but in any event, that's close. Like, that is a close comparison. Like, really close. All right. So, let's see. Does he sound like Jay-Z?
Jay-Z name. Sting on Jay-Z and Jay-Z news. I understand what y'all trying to do. I bought the flutes this time though. Check. Unleash the flutes on them, go roll. Give me some more music and have fun. Let's get the proceedings proceeding this evening. Let's do this thing. Let's do it right this time. Come on. H-O-V-A. I got my mojo back, baby. Oh, behave. No, don't be afraid. Y'all in your articles, hawk, spit at Jay. Y'all from afar through thoughts my way. What you thought I would not have nothing to say? No. You fell into the booby trap. I set the trap just to see dude react. And now you can't leave. You open the door, God, I'm at you annually. And I'm sorry, Miss Rosie Perez, I call a spade a spade. It just is what it is.
All right. I don't even think I need to say anymore. Yeah, it's exact, like identical to Jay-Z. Identical to Jay. Like, it's not even debatable. Like, they tried to find another Jay with Angelus, bro. And I wonder what happened to Angelus. I mean, who names himself Angelus? I'm just saying, like, what is an Angelus, right? Should have named himself, I don't know, whatever. Jay-Z too. But anyway, so obviously they were trying to find another Jay-Z, and that's what they did. They tried to find a Jay-Z, but he just never had success like that. It's always tough when you try to have somebody act like another artist. It's just not a good look, and it's crazy. Like, it's real crazy. Now here we go. We're gonna take it to Tupac, because yes, there were some Tupac sound-alike / look-alikes or whatever. No, I'm not bringing up Ja Rule. Ja Rule, look, okay, when Ja Rule first came out, they tried to get another Pac. They tried to make him a little Pac-like, if you will, but it wasn't the same thing. It wasn't the same. It was a little different. I got somebody for you who's even more closer to Pac, if you want to get to that. Okay, I'm gonna show two separate artists who they try to make the next Tupac, if you will. I'm gonna play the first one, who you may not even know. It's an artist who they say that he never did shows. He didn't like to show his face. He came out in the mid 2000s. His name is Black Haze, and he's a Tupac sound-alike. Sounds a lot like him too. And you guys be the judge. I'm gonna play one of his songs, and then I'll play a Pac, a little bit of a Pac clip for you guys to hear it. But and then I'll play the other artists who they say that was clear they tried to make the next Tupac as well. So let's get into this, okay? I'm gonna play this. This song is called "I'ma Die a Hustler," and by Black Haze. And check this out. So let's get into this. "I'ma Die a Hustler," Black Haze. Let's see if he sounds like Tupac. Here we go.
For real, yeah. How you gonna die
cause I'm a G. 36 ounces to a key. I need to be on the road with my niggas from the hood, screaming, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. I often wonder, should I stay in the game? Cause I got too many enemies taking aim. I learned that niggas that be trying to kill niggas.
All right. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. That's an imitation of Pac, but it's a good one. It's a good imitation of Pac. Sounds just like him, and the song is good. And as you guys were following along, if you're watching on YouTube, I was singing along to it. So I did like that song. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good song. But yeah, it sounds like Pac. Like, you know, sounds a lot like Tupac. All right, let's hear the man himself. Let's see, just to compare. I mean, who doesn't know Pac? But let's hear the man himself, Mr. Tupac, just to remind you, the legendary Tupac. Here we go.
2 in the morning and we still high assed out, screaming thug till I die before I pass out. But now that you're gone, I'm in the zone, thinking I don't wanna die all alone. But now you're gone, and all I got left is stinking memories. I love them niggas to death. I'm drinking Hennessy while trying to make it last. I drank a fit for that ass when you pass, cause life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young nigga, there's a heaven for a G. Be a lie if I told you that I never thought of death. My nigga, we the last ones left, but life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young nigga, there's a heaven for a G. Be a lie.
So, what'd you guys think of that? Definitely sounded like Pac. I mean, you go back, refresh your memory right there. That's a one beautiful song. I love that song. All right, I have another artist who I'm gonna play this one. This was a guy who they were trying to make the next Tupac. He goes by the name of Lil Zane. Who remembers Lil Zane? I'm gonna play this right here, this video clip, and we're gonna get into it. I love this song too. I'm not even gonna lie, but come on, guys, like you guys know that you know, come on. Everybody knows that they tried to find another Tupac with this one. Listen to the flow. Listen to the way he rapped. Even a little bit of the imagery, I guess. You know, a little bit of the look. You know what I mean? I think there definitely was some of that in there. So I'm gonna play this and momentarily. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. This is Lil Zane featuring 112. This was a classic back in the day. Calling Me. I'm going to play this right here. Take you guys back down memory lane. Let's get it.
Come on, man. A little life of a celebrity. A made nigga way bigger than the mother cat you love to see. I'm getting paid like I'm supposed to. My homies call me on my mobile, wanna hang, we still close to. I switch position with the cold cats. I write raps, make millions like that. I like that. And I never was a rich man. A rubber band for a wristband. Got going, had to switch plans. Drama still don't stop. The freeway getting chased by some bad bitches wanting autograph bitches. They want my name tattooed on them. Wicked for a minute, hit that ass, make a move on them. Hey, in the sea with the Shawnee. Mix it, I put the trees in the garden. Twist it, a true player smoking purple hair. 2 shots in the air.
Come on, that was so obvious, bro. All right, we're done with that one. That was such an obvious, like, the flow was just, come on. He studied Tupac. Now, was it all him or was it the industry? I always say it's the industry first. That's me. I always think the industry's looking for that next, that next thing. And sometimes when they can't find it, they want to stick to what works. You know, a lot of these rappers, whether people want to believe it or not, or understand, but it's the truth is they're viewed as products. They are viewed as products and brands. So what happens is it's very similar to products that people sell in the stores. No different. That they're always, if something works, if something sells, they're trying to get the same result. So they want to try to get on that. They want to ride that wave while it's hot. They want to ride the wave and they want to get on it while it's working. And so they're always trying to find that next thing that's similar to the old thing that there was. So it's kind of what it is, you know. So I mentioned, just to recap, I mentioned the Mace sound-alike / look-alike, which was Loon. I mentioned the Jay-Z look-alike, sound-alike, which was Angelus. There's a lot more, but I just want, because with Jay-Z there's been a lot more. There's at least another two or three more, but I just wanted to name at least one for Jay-Z. And so we named those, and for Tupac I named two, which were Lil Zane and Black Haze. I'm gonna get into B.I.G. now. This is gonna be really good. Biggie, right? Everybody knows Biggie. Everybody loves Biggie. I got two sound-alikes for Biggie. I'm gonna give you first the one that was a little further back, and we're gonna get into this right now. And again, Diddy, right? We talked about Diddy with Mace and Loon. Well, it looks like Diddy tried to kind of find, kind of try to have lightning strike twice, right? By trying to find another rapper that was similar to one that he had already. Who we're talking about? I'm talking about Shine. Shine was a rapper who was out with Bad Boy, Brooklyn rapper, also like the late great Notorious B.I.G. And this person right here sounded a lot like Biggie, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to play this song right here. This was out in about 2000, I believe, when it came out, when Diddy was basically trying to find or recreate the magic that he had with the Notorious B.I.G. And so this is this song I'm going to play is called Bad Boys, and is by Shine. This right here is a classic song. And I'm going to play it right now. So let's get into this. All right, get ready.
Now tell me who wanna fuck with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I bang and let your fucking brains hang. Snitches, fuck Marlon for bitches with riches who carry 22s up in they hosiery. A black telling when my father busted and loaded me. Think he just finished sniffing the key and dipping the D's. Don't hate me, hate Nicky Barnes for hitting my mom's letting the condom pop. Nigga, I was born in the drop. Coke boiling the pot. Shake the feds and bust shots at them street cops. Fuck your point.
So, what you guys think? Guys, remember Shine, man? That song was hard. I forgot that song had a lot of curses like that in the beginning, though. I can't lie. I should have put the edited version. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, we're good. So that was Shine, Bad Boys. Okay, what you guys think? Sound like Biggie? Man, Biggie. That song gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. Juicy, the Notorious B.I.G. classic, never goes out of style. Love it. Love that song. Never gets old. All right, here we go. I have another one. One more Biggie comparison for you. Okay? Another time when the industry. This one is a good one. This is a good one right here because I'm going to show the music video of this artist. This is one the industry. To me, this is one of the biggest times where, like, one of the more juicier ones, right? For lack of a better term. This is one of the juicier ones where the industry really was trying to get their hands on the next Biggie. But did they succeed? You be the judge. Let's see. All right, I'm going to share this. The name of this artist is Gorilla Black. Anybody might remember Gorilla Black in the early to mid 2000s. An artist from Compton, California. And this person, he looked like Biggie, might have sounded like Biggie. I don't know. You guys be the judge. Let's see. Let's get into this. Okay? All right.
Come.
Zaga.
And them bras, they believe in me. CIB, the magnum totem. Keep my enemies on IV once I toast them. Just like my bagels. Have them like Christians over their head smoking halo. Call me Plato, I philosophize. By the brick and divided up amongst my guys. Then I call Lionel to press up the vinyl. So I can charge the game like a wild rhino. I know no one else could do it better. Is you stupid nigga? Get your shit together.
Bad man, where the blacks come from Quantum. And Beenie Man is a Jamaican. Sending my message across the nation. Come on! Cause I'm original.
That one was blatant, man. I'm sorry. That was a blatant one. That was really like a blatant one. Looked like Biggie, sounded like Biggie, was from the West Coast. There was some sick, twisted thing going on there for sure, man. I don't know how to call it or what to call it, but it was something that was going on because, quite frankly, the industry was looking for a second Biggie, and it was obvious. In this case, like they come on, like he looked like Biggie. Like this guy looked like Biggie. He sounded like Biggie. As a matter of fact, I have a quick story. I actually met Gorilla Black. I went to 106 in Park. He signed a hat for me, so I did meet him. He's a humongous human being, and yes, he does look like Biggie in a way. Not exactly, not it's not exactly like Biggie, but I mean, he sounds like him. He's got the profile. He's even had his flow on that song too. So like, it's clear the record label was trying to recreate Notorious B.I.G. Definitely, it's sad when you see it. When you see artists like that who are iconic, who, when record labels, they're greedy and they want to try to recreate these artists. And speaking of which, it's time for what Santos said. Before we go, I want to play this segment. This segment is called What Santos Said. What I do typically on What Santos Said is I play a video segment, a video clip from a previous episode of the podcast. And basically, it's a soundbite. So I play an old soundbite from a previous episode and I react to it. And I give my opinion on what I was saying. So here we go. It's time for What Santos Said. The thing is that they want everything. They want a cut of everything. And so the big industry, the corporation, is going to find a way to get it. They're going to get their money. They're going to find a way to cash in somehow. And so even in this era of independence and artistic freedom, right, there still is you're not totally free like you may want to be in some cases, some artists. I broke it down. Basically, what I was saying ties into the whole premise of this episode, which is the greed, the industry greed. The reason why these labels and these execs always try to find the next great rapper or artist, and quite frankly, they're looking for a replica of the previous person that they may have had, either deceased or living. And quite frankly, it's sad. Me as a hip hop enthusiast, though, I thought this would be a real fun episode to put together, which is why I did it. I hope you enjoyed it. Santos flying solo. This was episode 26, when hip hop tried to trick us, rapper replicas. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you know of any other rappers, any other instances where the industry had clearly tried to create other replicas, right? Replicas of rappers. Let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube or on social media, on Instagram, Santos Thread Shop, TikTok, Santos Thread Shop, the Santos Says podcast, and of course, audio version on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and Stitcher. So let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Now, again, there are some clear omissions. I did not mention Ghostface, Killer, and Action Bronson because I feel like that's kind of like beaten to death with those aren't really apples to apples, like that comparison. So I didn't bring up those. Young Thug kind of has a lot of Lil Wayne tendencies, I think, but that's another one. But what are some others that you guys remember? Let me know. Comment if you're watching on YouTube or on social media. Let's get the conversation going. So again, I want to thank you all for watching or listening. And again, as always, don't just say what you mean or mean what you say. Oh, wait. Don't forget to check out santos-threads.com. Let's go. It's holiday season. Let's go. Let's make some purchases. And everybody who buys the merch, everyone who likes and comments on my stuff, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Let's get it. I love the support. Again, as always, don't just say what you mean or mean what you say. Say it with your chest.